Hello, friends, benders and non-benders alike. Welcome to Braving the Elements, Nickelodeon's podcast about all things Avatarverse. I'm Janet Varney.
And I'm Dante Basco. And Varney, we're finally hitting one of our signature Braving the Elements episodes this season.
I know, it's
the
about
super
time.
fan quiz.
It's about time. I say it's about time. Like it's been forever, but it feels like we just started recording this season like yesterday. So the time has been a little bit confusing, right? It's
right.
And yet somehow we're at our
mid-season,
mid-season.
And we're mid-season.
Crazy.
So it's a mid-season pop quiz.
Crazy.
Pop quiz.
Yes.
Remember those pop quizzes we get? This is what's going on.
Yeah. I would say that most people have a negative relationship to pop quizzes. So I don't want anybody to feel
I
like
do too. I do too.
But it is a mid-season quiz.
But I'm glad that we're here at this point because, we love doing these episodes where we get to nerd out on the Avatarverse with fellow fans and, of course, to test their knowledge on all things Avatar.
Yeah. We love doing that to them, but I might have a little surprise for you, Bosco, because you might actually be playing this time around as well.
Huh? What?
Yeah.
Wait, hold up a second. Varney, stop recording. Stop recording for a second. Stop recording.
Oh.
Cool. Are we cool?
Can we do that?
Okay, everyone, can we just stop recording for 1 second?
Yeah, are we stopped?
Varney.
I think we're stopped. Hold on. Yeah. Are we good? Okay, yeah, we're good. Sorry. What, buddy?
I mean, we know we're getting our degree in Avatar Studios, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Avatar studies, absolutely. Yes.
So it's not like I'm not like scared or anything.
Yeah, no.
I'm not scared to get quizzed at all. Because I definitely get all the answers right.
Of course,
at least a passing grade.
Absolutely, of course.
Grade.
Of course you would, yeah.
So it's just if I did for some reason happen to answer wrong, which most likely would not happen.
Agree, probably not.
It just might not. I don't want to reflect bad on the podcast that like if we don't know, we're not paying attention, we don't know. You understand? I'm just saying for both of us, I want to make sure that we're
for both of us.
Clear.
For both of us.
Both of our reputations.
Okay.
Both of our
That's so sweet.
both.
That's really, really considerate. You're a really good guy.
Thank you. So, I mean, see, it's fun. I thought you just, I thought you were going to make me play the whole game. I don't play the whole game.
Oh, no.
The whole game?
No. No, I'm not going to make you I'm not going to play. You don't have to play the whole game. I just I think what we should do is we should have like a phone a friend choice, you know what I mean? Like if our contestants don't know the answer, they can they have the option of using you just one time as like a messenger hawk a friend. You know what I mean? Messenger hawk a friend. So in that context,
I like that.
Yeah,
that contest, I would be like a hero.
Yeah.
Saving the day for one of our contestants.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, are you cool with that? You like that?
That I like. Okay. That's a great idea.
Okay.
I like that. Okay. All right. We can start recording again.
Okay. Let's roll the cameras or whatever we say. And action.
Woo.
Okay. I'm going to take it back. Well, I have a little surprise for you, Bosco, which is that you might actually have to play this time around, too.
Well, hey, bring it on, Varney. I ain't scared of nothing. This is Fire Nation all day over here.
Great. I knew you wouldn't have a problem with it. Let's bring in our superfan friends, shall we?
Now, if you know our show, you may remember that in the past we've had competitors who just met, but we've also had competitors who were sisters. So this time we're pitting two real life friends against each other in a battle of wits, where only one can dominate and the other will face the humiliating loss of defeat.
Wow. A little bit of an Azula vibe going on there. That was channeling some Azula.
Fire Nation.
Also,
Little Fire Nation.
What is it? Humiliating loss of defeat. That sounds like it's a win.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, yeah, I don't. That was a joke.
Okay,
that part was a joke.
Okay, cool.
So let's just meet our real life friends.
Great.
Sophia is one of the most dedicated Avatar fans of all time, who expresses her love through endless fan art and animatics.
And we got to bring in Jenna, who for most of her life has been super passionate and active in fantasy fandoms, majorly including Avatar: The Last Airbender. This involves being engaged in cosplay, making music videos on our YouTube channel, creating art, and more. Welcome, Sophia and Jenna. Hello.
Hi. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for coming
Serious
on.
super fans here. Serious super fans.
That's right.
Very serious.
Yeah, in fact,
yeah.
I guess, okay, so, all right, Dante, you're right. We've had people who didn't know each other. We've had a full family of sisters. You two are real-life friends, so I guess the next natural question would be, how did you meet? How did you become friends?
Oh, boy, that's a story.
Uh-huh.
So we met at our local toy temple. It was during a
Okay.
signing, actually, of Greg Baldwin and Michaela Murphy.
Yeah.
What's up, Uncle Ira?
So-
What's up, Todd?
Yes. So when I first saw Jenna, it was actually, we didn't meet. I was exiting the mall and I saw her in her Zuko cosplay. And I was like, oh, that's such a cool
wow.
cosplay. I knew I should have cosplayed as Zuko because I cosplay as Zuko too. So
There you
later
go.
that day, I actually saw her post on Instagram. And I was like, oh, that's who I saw. So, I went into her DMs and I was like, oh, I saw you and I thought your cosplay was cool. Then we started chatting and found out we had a lot in common, and here we are.
Okay, so you met through Avatar.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Zuko, through Zuko in particular, Varney.
Zuko specifically.
Amazing.
Drew
Yes.
specifically.
Amazing.
Zuko.
Zuko.
How long have both of you been cosplaying Zuko?
Ooh, I've been cosplaying for like 4 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
say about 4 or 5 years for me as well. He's one of my first cosplays. And at this
Nice.
point, I have like 15 to 20 cosplays. So
Wow.
I've got lots going on nowadays.
Okay.
Which Zuko are we talking about? Which Zuko are we talking
Good question.
Season 3
Season
Zuko.
3. Season 3.
about? Both season 3. No
Mhm.
ponytail.
Yes.
No book 1. No book 1 Zuko.
Mm.
I guess it's true
Don't
that
see
that's
that one
a
as much.
tougher cosplay if you're trying to do it immaculately. Like the hair is hard.
I see it every now and then.
Yeah.
It's quite impressive.
Agree.
A little daunting.
Agree.
For sure.
Great.
Okay. Also, I mean, I met you guys in person not too long ago, right?
Yes.
We were out in Mesa, Arizona. For people that don't know,
Mhm.
it means table in Espanol.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I actually met you, Dante, in Denver for the first time about a year and a half ago.
Denver.
I was cosplaying Zuko.
Okay.
But then you came to our home state, and obviously me and Sophia were like, we've got to meet you because we're going to be on the podcast. And
I remember I talked to you. I was like, are you guys from Denver or Arizona? You're like, we're from Arizona. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
what were you doing in Denver?
They're allowed.
They're loud. They're loud.
Of course, I'm from Arizona, so I have a special kinship with my Arizona sisters. Shout out to you and everybody in Arizona watching. I hope you have something that feels slightly like a winter season, if that's what you want. I am hoping for one. I like a little occasional snow on the Saguaros. It happens once in a very, very
hot
rare
out
while,
there.
but
Is
it's
there?
a beautiful sight.
There's
Yeah.
occasional some flurries
I
out
have
there.
a cabin up in Payson, and every once in a while,
Oh yeah,
snow.
definitely
Really?
up in
In the winter.
Payson.
So you
Yeah.
guys, I was out there, and for people that meet me at cons, they know I have a con. Me and Janet have con jackets. We wear
We do.
representing, and so I always have my con jacket on. And so this one girl in Mesa was commenting on my jacket. She's like, "I love your jacket," and I was like, "Oh, it's just a jean jacket. You can just my patch. I can patch it up." I said, "You should get a jacket, start patching it up." And she looked at me and she's like, "I don't wear jackets." I'm like, "What?" She goes, I was like, "No, I don't wear jackets. We're in Arizona." And I was like, looked at her like, "You don't have any jackets out here? It's crazy."
We have
She
them,
looked
but we
at me like
rarely
I
wear
was
them.
crazy. I
Yeah.
was like, I
No, that's on her. That's on her. We wear
I get it.
jackets.
It's hot out there.
Yeah.
I can
Sophia's
see you
wearing
not
a
having
rad
a
jacket right
in that
now.
area. Sophie is
Yeah.
wearing a great jacket. Some
I don't care
Arizonians
if I-
just don't do jackets
I don't care if I sweat buckets. I'm wearing a
I'm
jacket.
right there
because
with
you like
you.
fashion.
I'm right there with
You
you.
like the fashion.
I saw a picture of you guys meeting, and I feel like you were wearing that rad jacket in the picture. Am I right, Sophia?
Yes, I wear this red jacket a lot. It's just
I love
yeah,
it.
It's a great
something
jacket.
I wear.
Jenna, I think we do have a picture of this, so we can put it up for people who can see, but we can describe for people who are just listening. But what are you dressed as in that picture?
Yeah, so I am a character. His name is Shigaraki. He's from My Hero Academia. It's an anime, so Japanese
nice.
anime, and I handmade all of those hands and painted
a lot of
them and
hands.
stuck
A
them
lot
all
of
over
I
hands.
my
remember
body.
that.
Yes.
I remember those hands. Oh, those
Yeah.
hands. I
Great.
remember those vividly.
Great
It was
cosplay.
top tier cosplay work.
Yep.
Slightly frightening, and scary,
Thank
but
you.
awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
It took like probably 200 plus hours to make.
Oh. Now, were you one of those people,
I
because
wouldn't
it
doubt it.
happens to us a lot at cons where we are admiring someone's cosplay and we're like, when did you finish this? Like how, and they're like, at 4 a.m. this morning before the convention. Like I didn't sleep. Now, did you have it ready to go or were you a 4 a.m.er?
I had it ready to go.
Nice.
I made that cosplay actually this past summer. It was for a different convention that I was specifically
Right.
making it for. But yeah, it was ready to go.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Good.
and I think you had multiple cosplays that weekend, Janet. If I'm
I did. Yeah, I always
Yeah,
cosplay
right? Yeah.
a different character each day of a convention.
Exactly. I was like, how do you have
Dedication, my
that
friend.
in
Yeah.
the hands
Thank
and what's
you.
going on?
Awesome. Awesome. Well, let's hear from both of you. We know how you met, and we know it was through the Avatarverse, and specifically love of Zuko. So nobody here on this podcast is having a problem with that. I can tell you that right now.
We love all that. We love all of those
all
things.
of that. But where were each of you in your lives when you first found Avatar: The Last Airbender? Sophia, why don't we start with you?
Oh yeah, sure. So when people ask me if I like grew up with Avatar or like I found it like during COVID, I say yes and no because I technically did watch Avatar when I was a little girl, but I did not remember anything.
Uh-huh.
The only thing I remembered was Zuko's face. I didn't remember his name. I only remembered his face.
His
But
face.
then fast forward to many years later, my friends were recommending me to rewatch the show. They're like, Sophia, you have to watch it. The art style, it reminds me of the art style you draw in. So I'm like, okay, I'll give it a watch. So I watched it and I got hooked, and now I have no life outside of it. So it came at a really great time in my life. I really needed it.
Yeah.
And it helped me through.
I hear that.
So.
Awesome.
I hear that. And Jenna, what about you?
For me, so I did not watch it as a kid growing up. I found it, I think it was in 2018. I was a senior in high school, and I remember this so clearly. I was in my history class, and two of my friends were telling me about this show called Avatar, and I'd never heard of it before. I didn't watch like a ton of Nickelodeon as a kid, and I was just like, oh, like I'll give it a try. And my friends were like begging me to watch it. And so I got it at the library and I watched
the library.
it. Yes, the library.
Love that so much.
They still got libraries in Arizona?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm always at the library.
Yes.
Yes.
They do exist.
They do. And I watched season 1. I fell in love with it, and I didn't think I would as much as I did. And I got to season 2, and it was actually the episode when Azula shoots Iroh. And I got super emotional. And when I like cry in stories, like I know I'm fully attached to it.
Oh.
And so ever since then, I've rewatched it so many times, and I've gotten all of my family to watch it, and I just love it so much.
You know I'm on board for a crier.
I know. I mean, Azula, come on, it's your uncle Azula. What's wrong with you?
Exactly.
So, what brings you back? What both of you like? What keeps bringing you back? I know you guys are Zuko fans. And I appreciate that. Me too, Zuko fan. So, beyond Zuko, what else is bringing you back to the show? The themes. I know that Sophia said the artwork. What else is brings you or kind of just draws you back to Avatar?
Yeah, so for Avatar, like I just think it's so masterfully done, the story, the theme of everything, and there are so many beautiful life lessons and stories through all of the characters and the story as a whole that I think is just like amazing for kids and adults, even if like I know like a lot of people think that the show is geared towards kids. But I watched it when I was very close to being an adult, and I still love it. And I know so many people that are well over my age that enjoy it as well. And I just think there's so much to learn. Basically anything Iroh says is just like key wisdom that we need in our lives.
Yes.
I could go on and on about just the lessons about kindness and trust, never giving up. Like it just goes on, and I don't see a lot of shows that pack in so much, especially for like a story where like kids can understand it and take away from it as well.
Couldn't agree more. Could not agree more.
Wise words, my friend. As for me, the same thing. Like just the story, the characters, and of course the art. But it just drew me in. Like I felt like I was there with them. I felt like I was part of the group. And like by the time it ended, I was like, "That's it, no more." I felt like I lost a close group of friends almost when it ended.
Yes.
So I was like, yeah. So
So you can go back and revisit. You can go back and revisit your old friends.
I'm like,
they're not going
yes,
anywhere.
they're still my friends. I'm delusional, and I'm actually in the show.
No, I think we're
we
all
all
there.
are. We all are.
We're all
are.
right there with you. Well, let's talk about the art for a second, because I know you both do. We talked about it in your intros a little bit, but you both are making stuff, whether it be art or videos or what have you. So, and you had mentioned it. So, Sophia, talk about your art. Talk about your art and how the Avatarverse has kind of enriched it.
Sure, yeah. So I like to make a lot of fan art. I make funny animatics on TikTok. So like if I think of a funny situation, I'll just animate some Avatar characters to it.
Love.
And it brings a lot of smile to people's faces and it makes me feel good.
I love it.
Yeah.
I watch those TikToks and I'm wondering who's making those. And Sophia's one of those people making those things.
Yes.
That's right.
Guess what? One of them are right here.
What about you, Jenna?
I just wanted to say Sophia's art is so amazing. I love her art, and she's drawn pictures of like me and characters, and she's awesome at it.
Oh, great.
Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome. For me, so I have a YouTube channel. It's called Master Fandom, and I made the YouTube channel so that I could create music videos based off of my favorite fandoms. And so basically what I do is I take a song, and then whatever that song kind of like makes me think about, I will edit a video about like two characters or like a theme in a story. So I have lots about Zuko on my channel that I've created.
I'm sure I've seen it. I'm sure I've seen some.
I would love that. I'm currently making one about Katara and Aang. I am a Katang shipper.
Okay. All right.
Let me just get that out there now.
I think it's good.
Let's just get that. Full disclosure.
Yeah.
Full disclosure.
Great.
Yes.
She ships Katang, you guys.
Great.
But yeah, on my channel, I have like probably like 30 plus fandoms that I make a bunch of music videos for and funny videos.
Awesome.
And it's just super fun. And I'm self-taught.
Awesome.
Oh,
yeah.
That's amazing.
You're awesome, my friend.
And I love that I can see you guys are friends, and I love that I can see you guys compliment each other. I love that. So in the Avatarverse, what are some of your favorite what's your favorite friendship in the Avatarverse?
Ooh.
What do y'all think?
I like Sokka and Zuko. I just love how they bounce off each other. Just like that funny guy, serious guy.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It's a hoot for me anytime I see them together.
They're good buddies. I like that.
Yeah, I agree. I would love to see like more of like Sokka and Zuko going back and forth with each other. They're so fun. I'd have to say Zuko and Aang. And I think like
also great friendship.
There are so many parallels with them in the story, like just from the way that they started and being like adversaries of each other, and then to where they ended up and like hugging each other at the end. Foreshadow report.
Foreshadow report.
Foreshadow report.
We're mid-season. We're mid-season.
But I absolutely love them and their friendship, how they grew throughout the entirety of it. And I'm actually making a video about them as well for my channel soon.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
I think friendships are because you have these shared experiences that may not be together, but like, mirroring. That's a lot of friends in life. You become friends because you have all these mirroring things that happen throughout your experiences. How about a missed friendship like Zuko and Jet? Zuko and
the
Jet.
friendship that should have been? I like that question. That's great.
Right. You can see you vibed. It was there. It could have been a whole thing. And
I don't think they were good for each other.
They could have done some damage.
No.
They could have done
They would bring each other
damage
down.
in
They would
this
take
world.
each other down that road.
They could have started another Fire Nation offshoot that's just doing something else.
No.
So I'm not sure if this was like a missed opportunity, but I would have loved to see more of Tylee and Suki.
Yeah.
And of course, Foreshadow report again, we do kind of get more about them, and in the books we get some stuff, but I would have loved to see more of them.
Well, that's amazing too, because just to foreshadow report, but also shout out, I'm so glad you brought that up, shout out to the books, but like there is something very interesting about the fact, we recently talked about the beach and we hear about Tylee's sisters and how she really wanted to stand out and feel like she was being seen for just the one person that she is. And yet she makes this incredible bond with Suki and the Kyoshi
Right.
warriors, and ends up in an
Right.
environment where everybody ends up kind of looking the same on purpose because they're honoring the Avatar, which is such an amazing, like, oh, wherever you go, there you are. Like, you find your own family. It might be more like the family you left than you realize, you know? But like, it's your choice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I love the found family in stories is absolutely just so beautiful, and I love where Ty Lee ended up with her and finding that path.
Me too. I also love,
it's great.
Thinking about it a lot because we've been talking about, again, like the awakening, and, you know, we're revisiting stuff. We're going to be revisiting some of that stuff here with some questions. But just the way that, like, it's not one or the other, right? It's not found family versus real family. And that sometimes the way that you have your dynamics with your family help you heal your relationships outside of your family, and vice versa. Like, something on the outside from your chosen family ends up giving you this insight and humility into some part of your inside, you know, your family, that you can kind of take the strength and the knowledge of that back into your family and, you know, become a different version of yourself. Because I think that's the hardest part about family, right? It's like Azula and Zuko. It's like, would they ever have it? Like, even if she was redeemed, they're so in their groove of Zuzu, you know, it's like, what would they ever, because sometimes when we're with our families, we're like, oh, I go back to being this one version of myself that everyone knows and expects. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Totally.
Yeah.
Interesting.
For sure.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What about like adversarial relationships? Speaking of friendships and missed connections, what about like just that, you know, dynamic of like yin and yang, like, ugh, you know, whether it's like violent or it's just like, we don't like each other. Is there a version of that in the Avatarverse that you appreciate?
For me, Zuko and Azula, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, I just, mostly because, not to get all sappy or emotional, but I can relate to that with my own sister. So I just understand where both Zuko and Azula is coming from on that.
Well, it's like you've answered everything we just said, kind of, in a way, like seeing something on the outside and it giving you insight into your own situation. What about you, Jenna?
Yeah, I'd have to say Zuko and Azula, and I don't have like as real of a connection as Sophia does, and I think that also brings it back to like the family thing we were talking about, and like a character that means a lot to me is Ursa, Zuko's mother. Well, Zuko and Azula's mother.
Yeah,
and just the connection that she always had with feeling the need to like protect Zuko because of the abusive nature and manipulative nature of Ozai and everything that happened there. And so I think just like their whole family is just like so unique and something that I don't see in a lot of stories, but it's incredibly powerful.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said, you guys.
All right. Well, as you, we're here. I mean, we're all Fire Nation here. I mean, you guys are Arizona, and then
yes,
all Fire Nation in the house. So I just want to see, do you guys have a favorite season of the series, or should let me rephrase that? Like, why book 3, the Book of Fire, is the best season in the series? Because of Fire Nation, or what are we talking about here?
Yes, season 3.
No pressure,
favorite
though.
Season, Fire. Yes, 100%.
Oh, it could be anyone. It could be any season. What's your favorite? What's your favorite season in the book? I mean, what
season 3.
Series? Season 3.
For sure. Season 3 for
cool.
sure. Yes. It's just, I love seeing Zuko's journey and just how he's finally breaking free from Ozai's abuse, you know, and just joining the Avatar and becoming the person he knows he can be. And it's like, it's just really inspiring, and I get emotional like every time I watch all the way through season 3. I'm like always a sobbing mess. And foreshadow report, by the time he, you know, is crowned Fire Lord, with that music swelling, I like sob every time. So it's
been a long journey. It's a long journey. Jenna, favorite series in the book?
Agreed. So it's season 3 for me as well. And I absolutely love all the seasons for different reasons. But I think for season 3, it's just like where everything is tying up, everything's coming together, all of the character arcs. And so, of course, like Zuko, of course, means a lot to me, just like Sophia had mentioned. And even like the other characters, like just seeing how far like Aang has come, and Katara and Sokka and Toph and their team Avatar, like there's just so much beauty in that last season, and lots of storytelling that like we didn't get previously because like we didn't know that information, but then coming to season 3 we're like, oh, that makes so much sense now, and it's all coming together as the characters are understanding that for themselves as well.
Hard to argue with that.
No,
Well
so
said.
even though Jenna ships Katang, it's book 3 fire. Thank you. Let that be noted on the record.
I mean, there
Thank
are
you.
some. I mean, I would say there's the most Katang in book 3. I mean,
I
if
know.
if you're gonna bring that up. Oh, that's amazing. Do you have a favorite episode within book 3 that you kind of love the most? We kind of named a bunch of different moments that happen in it, but is there an episode that really sings to you?
I really like the beach.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just a fun moment seeing like the antagonists kind of come together and just being awkward. You know, we kind of get to see their inner struggles a little bit more around that campfire scene, and it's just really intriguing to see, to get into their minds and pick apart what's going on in there. And yeah, I just something about the beach.
Yep.
It resonates with me.
Love it. Cannot disagree
Beach is
with
a
that.
great one.
I have to say, probably the Firebending Masters episode.
Amazing.
Aang and Zuko.
Oh,
absolutely love that episode so much. And then, of course, like just like the mid part of the season with the Day of Black Sun, and then the finale is just a masterpiece of its own. Lots of fire, I guess, is my answer.
Lots of fire.
of
Thank you, Jen. Lots of fire.
Always a good thing.
Nothing wrong with
Okay.
it.
All right. Before we get into our game, let's just ask the big 3 questions before we go. What do you think, Varney? Yeah,
I'm into it. I gotta know.
Okay,
I feel like we know. I mean, I know we know one of the ships, so we're gonna hear about that again.
So we start first with: do you have a favorite hybrid animal in the Avatarverse?
I actually have 3 answers for that.
Love it.
Okay,
Never
shoot
gonna
'em.
say no to that.
All right, basic answer, turtle duck. They're so cute.
For the win, always for the win.
Yeah.
Turtle duck.
Yes. Second, it's like a blink and you'll miss it moment. I believe it appeared in the episode The Runway, but it looked like a horse dragon. Some sort of
I'm so
What?
glad you
We were
brought
just
that up.
talking about
We
that
just
horse
talked
dragon.
about it.
a horse
in-
We
dragon.
were like, "What is that?
I-
we don't know what it is."
I said it was a horse
You
dragon
did
or
say
I
something.
think it's a
horse
horse
dragon.
dragon. That's what it looks like to
You
me.
did say that.
So
That was like a horse
Yes.
dragon.
I was like, is that a horse lizard, horse dragon? I'm pretty sure it's a
Yes,
horse
dragon
dragon.
We're
things
so
about
happy
him.
you brought that up.
Horse dragon.
Yes.
All right, Sophia.
And then my third answer is not a hybrid animal in the show, but I would love to see is a wolf dragon. Those are my 2 favorites. So make it happen.
Wolf
That's a great
please.
idea.
A wolf
Dragon.
dragon.
Dragons and wolves kind of have similar facial features in a way. Like they have that
They
sort of like
do.
snout, like the piercing eyes, and that would be
Yeah.
awesome. That's a
Try
great
to do
idea.
some designing what I would think they would look
That's
like.
a scary
Yeah.
little. That's a scary animal. A
Yeah.
wolf dragon.
I feel good about it. I ain't scared.
it.
That's gonna be my buddy.
You ain't
I'm manifesting it into existence right now.
Yes, let's do it.
Wolf
Let's do it.
dragon.
Great
I like it, I
answers,
like
Jenna. You can have many or one. No wrong answer. Favorite hybrids.
So I also have a couple answers. I am an animal
Okay.
person. I work with animals, so my whole life is all about animals and
Oh.
nature and wildlife. My basic answer is turtle duck. Not only are they just cute, precious, but I love the
Yes.
connection that they have to Ursa and Zuko,
Mm,
and that whole moment
Yes.
that they have when we first see them together. Kind of like what I was talking about earlier, but I just love their character dynamic so much. And then for a more personal reason, I love the eel hound.
Hmm.
I had an Italian greyhound, and he was just my best
Ah.
friend, and so the eel hound just personally just
Eel
resonates
hound.
with me. Yes, the eel hound.
Yeah.
It's at the end of season 3.
I'm
Very
trying to
briefly.
remember. Okay, I haven't seen him
You'll
yet
get there.
as we're doing the rewatch.
You will
Eel
get there.
hound. All right. I'll be looking
And
for
then
him.
if I could create an animal like Sophia, it would be a spider snake.
What are you doing to me?
What is going on?
Listen, that
Also,
being
very
said,
scary animal.
I do like snakes.
That's conflicting for me.
I'm trying to. I am trying to
conflicting.
love spiders as much as I can. I've come a long way. I can get right up to
I
one of
love
these
snakes.
California
Yeah.
garden spiders that are like this big now as it's spinning its web and be like, "You're doing great, little
Yeah.
lady. Good work."
I
But I
love
used to be like,
that.
I'm gonna walk into it. It
There's
won't
been a
spray
wolf
me."
spider.
Yeah.
I've seen
hiding
the
out
wolf
in my
spider.
room these
I've
past
seen
few
the
weeks.
wolf
Tarantulas.
spider.
Tarantulas. I like tarantulas because they kind of remind me. I feel like they're rodents, which I have no problem with. So tarantulas, I actually am like, hey guy, like you're big and hairy, and I can do something with that. Black widows, not so much.
I'm thinking like a big snake with spider arms.
That's
So-
yeah. What are you? Yeah. How is this manifesting? What does it look like?
So snakes are my favorite animal.
Love snakes.
I absolutely love snakes. I wish they got like better representation in like media and things like that, because I know people are very scared of them. And then kind of the same.
A lot of fake
reason...
news about snakes. A lot of fake news about snakes.
Yes.
My mom thinks they're from the devil.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of similar to spiders too. I also cosplay like a spider demon character from an anime
cool.
That I'm very strongly connected to. I absolutely love spiders. I want to own a tarantula one day, and I actually have a snake.
Nice.
And so I love those two animals.
What kind of snake is it?
He's a pastel ball python.
Pastel. How dare you make it sound so adorable?
I do love snakes. I don't know what that means. But if it had spider arms, what the heck is that thing doing?
That hybrid animal would be so conflicting for me, because I love snakes but hate spiders, so it's like I don't know how to react if I saw that hybrid
both
animal.
of you guys came out with a possibly very scary hybrid animal.
Sophia could draw it.
Fierce.
Sophia could draw it.
All right, Sophia, no pressure, but we are going to need to see those drawings, and you can post them and tag us on social media. I am very excited about this.
I will. I'll do it.
Okay. All right.
Thanks, Jenna.
Oof.
Okay, now how to do that.
Are those? Did we just hit our like best animal hybrid answers of all time? I'm afraid that we may have.
Wild.
I could talk about that for an hour by itself, but we got to ask. Listen, Jenna, you ripped the Band-Aid off early. We know you ship Katang. Is there another ship in the Avatarverse that you are a fan of?
Favorite ships?
Yeah, so Katang is definitely number one, and I also I love Sokka and Suki. Yay! I think they're perfect for each other.
Who doesn't love Sokka and Suki?
Yeah,
maybe Yue, but whatever.
The moon. But yeah, Katang will always be number one. I really appreciate how like just they matured through it together, and it wasn't.
It's great.
It wasn't like a love at first sight for both of them. They worked through it, and even toward the end, Dante.
I'm sorry, Jenna.
It's great.
He's just doing
Jenna.
that classic. He's doing the classic body language where he's trying to agree, but he's shaking his head. That's what we're all laughing at. Is
Jenna,
like,
I love it.
Yep.
It's great.
Katang's cool.
Awesome.
Katang's cool.
Katang is awesome.
Shaking his head.
Great.
I'm
so sorry, Jenna.
So
I'm so sorry.
You're good. And
you've represented it well.
I respect whatever people love with
Me
shipping.
Also.
It's all about respect.
But yeah, I just love how even like toward the end when Aang was like trying to push it and Katara's like, no, we need to take a step back. We're in the middle of a war. And Aang, that was hard for him to understand at first, but he matured so much and he got there and, look where they ended up. So I love them.
Hard to argue with that. Dante?
Not bad. Not bad.
Thank you.
All right, Sophia.
For me, I'm just going to say I do like Katang. They're a very cute ship.
Yes.
However,
very cute.
Zutara all the way.
Oh, Zutara forever.
Okay.
Zutara.
No way.
The Avatarverse has balanced itself yet again. We have a
Balance
1 for 1.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
There we go.
They have more in common. They just fit better together, in my opinion. I'm just saying, fire and water.
Canon's great, but sometimes things off canon could be. It also could be a toxic situation. We don't know. We'll leave that up to our imagination. But it could be good, could be bad. We don't know.
That may be delusional. Okay, Zutara was canon.
Yeah, Zutara. Awesome. Well, also, okay, this is our last question, you guys, and we ask each other. We ask, what kind of bender would you be? But since you're friends, actually, I want to ask you to say what each other would be and see if we get that right. Let's see.
Yeah.
So, Jenna, first, what kind of bender would Sophia be in the Avatarverse?
So I know that Sophia is a firebender.
Fire Nation, let's go.
Yes,
high five.
she's Fire Nation.
100%.
I could tell that. I would have said that also.
Yes, I'm 100% Fire Nation.
Well, good. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, Sophia, what kind of bender would Jenna be in the Avatarverse?
Jenna, my friend, is a waterbender.
Okay, all right. I see.
Waterbender.
Again, not that it's like
balancing
they're
it out.
opposing, but I guess if you had to do like this is the most disparate from that, you could say, I guess, air and fire. But I don't know. I love it. I love it.
I love it. Great. They're great. Great.
Beautiful.
We balance each other out.
You balance each other
Absolutely.
out. That's wonderful.
Absolutely.
Janet, we got our questions answered early.
We
now can
do.
start
We
our
do.
game.
Okay. You know what's funny? It's like I'm looking back on writing these. You never know. Like, yes, we talk about superfans and stuff, but I also have a paralyzing fear of like making questions too hard. And so it's funny to look back at the innocent, naive me who was like, I don't want to be too hard on these girls. I think you've already answered several of the trivia questions in your volunteering of information about what you love about the show. So I am no longer worried at all.
I think I'll be fine.
Yeah, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into our mid-season super fan quiz with fierce friends, possibly less fierce competitors. I don't know. Jenna and Sophia.
Let's see.
Yes. And in one of these, you wouldn't know this, of course, because we talked about this off camera. But in one of these rounds, you will have the option of using Dante as your messenger hawk a friend option. But it's not going to be in this round. So we will let you know when that activates, when that option becomes possible. So this first round is a fill in the blank.
And I'll be there to be a hero to help you out.
No, but not for this one. You will not be a hero in this one.
But not for this round.
You know why? Because you can see the answers. Okay. So this is a fill in the blank. Each contestant is going to have a statement read to them about book 3. They need to fill in the blank to complete the sentence. And if the contestant gets the answer wrong, the question goes to the other contestant. They have the chance to answer, and each answer is worth a point.
All right, let's do this.
All right. So you're going to fill in the blank. Each one is worth a point. Dante, hit us up with question 1.
The so-called fatal blow was done by blank.
Are you asking for like the person or like what did it?
The person.
Oh, okay.
The name.
Azula.
Great.
Ding, ding, ding.
1 point for Jenna.
Yes.
I'm just doing sound effects. So I don't know why.
I love the sound effects.
No, I love it.
Please
I love it.
keep the sound
Okay,
effects.
okay.
Please, I'm begging you to keep the sound effects. Okay. Question 2. Sophia, in The Awakening, Aang gets scared when he sees 2 Fire Nation soldiers on the boat who turn out to be blank.
That would be Pipsqueak and the Duke.
1 point.
Ding,
1
ding,
point to
ding.
Sophia. Like I said, should not have
All
been
right.
in any way worried.
I know, this is crazy. All right. Jenna, in The Awakening, Katara, someone you ship with somebody else, is surprisingly rude to blank. In The Awakening, Katara is surprisingly rude to
Her dad.
blank.
Hakoda.
Yes.
Great.
There you go.
Great.
I will not stand any Hakoda slander. No.
No, I know. You know,
Great.
Everyone has their days.
Great. Okay, Sophia, question 4. Aang goes to the Fire Nation school and introduces himself as blank.
Kuzan.
And extra point if you can tell us why he picked that name.
Because Kuzan was a friend of his, a childhood friend of his.
Great.
Oh my.
Great.
So that's 2 points?
Yeah. Because
I got
don't
some-
worry, it has a chance to even itself out.
Okay. All right. Because I don't know how I'm just keeping score now, but I'm doing it. We're on question 5. Jenna, at that school, Aang has to play what instrument?
And you can just sort of name the class that it's in if you don't know, like, because the bonus point is if you know the actual name, like in the show.
Okay. I don't think I know the actual name, but it's like a tuba type thing. It like wraps
Horn.
around.
We'll
and
take
then
that.
A
Ding,
horn.
ding, ding.
Yeah.
We'll take horn. We'll take
Okay.
horn.
We will take that.
We'll take horn.
Can I say it?
And do we?
Uh-oh.
This is
Sophia
a hard one.
knows.
I don't think I knew.
Sungi horn.
She stole that extra bonus point.
What did she say?
Sorry, Jenna.
Sungi
No.
Sungi horn.
You're good.
Stolen.
That
She
sounds
got
so
it.
familiar.
She's-
Stolen. That's exactly the response I would have. I'd be like, that does sound familiar. Okay.
I
All
couldn't
right.
have saved you on the Sugi horn.
Okay. All right.
Oops.
Question 6.
All right,
Sophia.
we got it.
In The Painted Lady, the gang is at first forced to stay near the fishing village because blank.
They're forced.
They want to leave. They can't leave
But they can't leave
because blank.
because
Oh, Appa gets sick.
All right. All right. For a
Ding,
second,
ding,
I thought
ding,
Jenna
ding,
was going to steal
ding.
that back from you because she was nodding like, I know this. I know this. And then Sophia, that was like
All right.
you faked
Took
us
me a
all
moment.
out. Yeah. It was like, no, I needed a moment.
Okay.
I'm good.
that's
I got it.
Okay.
that is the end of fill in the blank round.
Okay.
All right, for round 1, do we need a score or we just say who won?
I mean, I guess, yeah, let's keep, if we're keeping score, we're keeping score. You know I don't care
Okay,
about
so
that.
the score is, hold on a second, let me count it. 1, 2, 3 points for Jenna, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points for Sophia.
Okay. All right. Round 2.
That's where we're at.
It's anyone's game. It's anyone's game. Round 2. This is going to get a little complicated because I am too complicated. The next round is impressions. Each contestant must pick from a list of 4 items. That item corresponds to a character. You will then have to do your very best impression of the character, reading the line we give you. We will drop it into the chat. Each impression can be given a score anywhere from 1 to 4 points, and Dante will decide. And he's also going to start.
I will decide.
You're going to decide. I don't like to pick.
Decide.
I don't like to judge.
I'm not a judging person. I'm not a big judger. I'm not a judging person.
And yet, you're responsible for assigning points 1 through 4, depending on how good you think the impression is.
All
the
right.
person who is, whoever's trailing behind gets to go first, right? So.
Oh no.
So Jenna, these are the 4 items you get to pick from: hat, nail, ball, or shoe. Hat, nail, ball, or shoe. What would you like?
Nail.
Okay, great.
Nail.
All right, and there it is.
Oh my gosh.
That sounds fun.
Okay.
You can do it, girl. You can do it.
First off, I just wanted to say I'm an introvert. And I am going to try my absolute best.
That's all we ask.
Oh my gosh.
That's all we ask.
That's all we ask.
You can do it, girl.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I just have a second to like read it?
Absolutely.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Absolutely.
No pressure, Jenna, but I am an actress.
I know, that's what I'm thinking too.
Sophia has that Fire Nation intimidation going on even before we start the situation. Let's go.
But no pressure. You got this.
Pressure.
Okay, I'm gonna go for it.
I
don't know what I'm doing.
No matter what it is already great.
Wing it.
It's great.
Right.
It's great.
Then you should understand what I'm talking about. We're the last waterbenders of the water tribe. We have to fight these people whenever we can, wherever they are, with any means necessary.
That was great.
That was good.
That was great.
That was Hama.
That was wonderful. That was Hama.
Great job, my
Fantastic.
friend. That was so good.
That was great. I was
Fantastic.
impressed.
Thank you.
That was good.
Am I giving scores right
Anywhere
now?
from 1 to 4 points.
I'm going to go 3.
Great.
I'm going to do a solid
good.
3.
Thank you.
It was excellent.
I was impressed.
Yes.
I was impressed.
Yes. Okay. All right. So, Sophia, you now get to pick between a hat, a ball, or a shoe.
Let's go ball.
Okay. All right. Great. Going to go ahead and drop this into the chat. Is this fun? I just thought it would be fun to like.
No, you're good.
Because there's a
You're
reason
good.
that
It's
each
just
object.
fun.
There's a reason that this you know what I mean? I wanted to
Yeah.
pick an object that actually did make sense, but wouldn't just necessarily give it away right away.
Right.
And you have to like put together like, oh, it was a nail because she makes her nails out of ice. Like she, you know,
Course.
that's part of the whole bloodbending thing. Okay, so
Barney's
Yeah.
like, is this fun or is this torture?
As
I
I
don't
know.
know.
it's fun for me, but that doesn't necessarily make it fun for
It's
you.
fun for me also.
Okay, here you
Oh,
go.
Oh my
okay.
God.
Here we are.
Yes, we defeated you for all time. You will never rise from the ashes of your shame and humiliation. Well, that was fun.
Great Azula and the beach.
That was
Fantastic.
so good.
Amazing.
Fantastic. Great turn, just like
I
she does.
love
Great
that.
turn.
Great turn. Great work. I'm going to give it a I hate Azula. Let's give it a 3.
Great. Great.
Great work.
Great.
Don't blame you. I hate Azula.
I love Azula. I love you, sister. I hate you.
I think it's
All
funny
right.
I got Hama. She's like the most terrifying villain character to me. Bloodbending.
Something about her.
Yeah.
So here we go.
She's
We're
better.
going on to what's our 2 remaining ones we have now?
Now we have the shoe and the hat.
shoe and the hat. So Jenna, hat, shoe.
Okay, I'll do shoe.
Great.
Shoe.
Gonna go ahead and drop this into the chat.
Okay.
Of course,
Okay.
that's shoe.
You got this.
Okay, I gotta like channel my inner like anger.
That's right.
Let's go.
Shave
Toward
the
Katara,
bottoms
oh
of
no.
your shoes off. Shave the bottoms of your shoes off and
Yes.
think about Toph.
I've never done
You can
Toph
do it.
before. All right, let's do this. You think it's your job to boss everyone around, but it's not. You're just a regular kid like the rest of us, so stop acting like you can tell me what to do. I can do whatever I want.
Great. Great Toph.
Great.
Solid.
I like
work.
solid work. Amazing. Why am I judging these things, Varney?
because of
Three.
because I can't
Three.
handle it. I can't handle
I'm
it.
going 3.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay. That leaves Sophia with the hat, and
All right.
this is what it is. Kind of a long bonger, as we like to say. Long bong.
Okay. All right. Never done Katara before.
Mhm.
All right. I should have acted like someone I wasn't, and I shouldn't have tricked you. But I felt like I had to do something. It doesn't matter if the painted lady is real or not, because your problems are real, and this river is real. You can't wait around for someone to help you. You have to help yourself.
Great.
Nice.
Great.
Solid.
Everybody did
Solid.
solid.
Janet, I'm the worst judge ever. I'm giving it 3.
Great.
We're
Great.
still tied.
You think I'm going to have a problem with a tie? You think I, of all people, are going to have a problem with a tie? Never.
I'm going through. They're you guys are both very solid.
Yeah,
I love
great
that.
stuff.
Thank
Solid,
you.
solid. Fantastic. Okay, all right. Going into round 3, I believe what we know is that there's a 2-point lead that Sophia has that carries over into
Yes.
this round because you had a very tied game in the last one. All right, so round 3 is called which is true? What's true? Only one of each of these statements we'll read. For each question is true. I'll read each one, and then you tell me which one is true. And you can use Dante as your messenger hawk a friend in this round if you would like
One
to.
time.
You each can use them once. I gotta be honest with you, I don't think you're going to use him at all. But if you want to use him just for fun, to put him on the spot, to
It's
see if he
great.
knows the answer,
Right.
feel free
I
to
know
use
everything.
it that way too.
I know it all.
Yeah, feel free to put him on the spot if you just want to use it as like as a pass. Like, yeah, you take this one, Dante. Okay, so who went first last time? I think it was you, Jenna, right? So Sophia, will have you start in this one. Sophia, this is worth 1
Sounds
point.
good.
Worth 1 point. Which of the following is true? A. Katara refuses to steal Fire Nation clothes to disguise herself, so Sokka picks for her. B. There is no actual painted lady, just an idea Katara made up. C. Appa got sick from eating berries. Or D. Doc and Bushi are the same person.
So which one's true?
Which one's true?
Mhm.
Well, Doc and Bushy are the same person.
There it is. Tried to
Yeah.
trick you
There
with
it
the
is.
Appa got sick part, but you guys know he didn't really get sick. Okay.
You didn't really get sick.
Point to you,
You almost got me on that one.
Jenna. Okay, Jenna, which of the following is true? A. Toph can enjoy the meteor shower through her seismic sense. B. Sokka first refuses the sword Piandao gives him. C. Piandao lives alone at the top of a mountain. Or D. Toph makes a necklace out of a piece of meteor.
Can you read the second one again?
Sure. Sokka first refuses the sword Piandao gives him.
That's true.
Yes.
So yes.
Very good. Very good. Wonderful.
I knew that. I knew those answers. So far, I'm so good on these
All right.
answers.
So far, you're killing it, Dante. Quietly killing it without
in my
actually having to
mind,
answer.
I'm in there.
Great. Great. Okay. Next one for Sophia. Which of the following is true? A. Sokka picks the lock on Hama's chest. B. Hama and Old Man Ding once dated. Sorry, gave it away there with my laughter. C. Sokka almost stabs Aang with his sword. Or D. Appa and Momo must stay in the woods while the gang goes to Hama's inn.
Sokka does almost stab Aang with his sword.
Correct. Correct.
Yes.
Correct. Worth a point.
You guys are pretty much on this so far.
Yeah.
I'm pretty.
Yeah, they're hot. There was no question. There was no question this was going to happen. Okay. Once we were talking, I was like, oh no, they are going to know everything. Okay. Next, Jenna, which of the following is true? A. Azula kisses Chan. B. Azula kisses Ranjan. C. Azula refuses to apologize to Ty Lee. Or D. T and La are Azula's elderly advisors.
Did you say the first one was Azula kisses Chan?
I did.
Is that what you said? Okay,
I did.
That's true. They
Yes,
kissed on the balcony.
very good. Very good. Okay, all right. Still a tie game.
All right.
Still a tie
We're still
game.
tied. We're still tie
Still
game.
a tie game. Well, still a tie game with 2 little points that keep showing up from that first round.
Well, 2 points.
Yeah.
Not tied. Sophia's up 2 points.
Yeah,
Sophia's
but
up 2
you know
points.
what I mean.
It's tight.
But we're all
tight.
winners. Okay. Final round. Round 4. Final round. This is called the Power of 2. I feel so embarrassed saying these are harder because I'm just not. You have aced every single one. But if any of these seem harder to you, if you want, you two can team up so that you as friends can increase your chances by discussing, giving the right answer, and then just splitting the points you get. Okay?
Okay.
Sounds fair.
So
That's
if you want to buddy up, you can. If not, then you can
But you may
go
not
your own.
You may not need to.
But your friends,
you may not need to.
You may not need to. But listen, this is about friendship. So this is an opportunity if you guys want to, be a
100%.
team and then like reap the rewards. I wanted to give you the option to do that. Celebrate that. All right, let's do the first one.
Okay.
All right, Sophia. First question for
All
you.
right.
Name the 3 episodes in which Sokka wears his beard disguise. Each is worth 2 points. Each is worth 2 points. This is when we can pull away.
3 episodes, you said?
3 episodes.
Okay. Let's see. I know the headband he wears.
Ding, ding, ding.
One of them. Is it just for season 3, or you're not allowed to say, or does he wear? No, it's just for season. Okay. So I know the headband. Let me think. Oh my goodness, that's definitely a tricky one. So the headband. Jenna
looks like she knows.
That's what I'm talking
about.
about.
I got one.
He does it in Nightmares and Daydreams when he's doing the
That's true.
therapy with
Ding,
Aang.
ding, 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 ding.
I'm trying to
Nightmares and
think of.
Daydreams.
I'm trying to think of the third one.
The last
I'll
one.
give you a little clue. You guys alluded to it earlier on something else. The moment.
Oh. I'm just gonna go off on a limb here. It was The Runaway.
Yes, Ding, go.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes.
You each get 3 points because it was a total of 6 possible points. This makes me so happy. Okay.
All right.
Yay!
Great. All right, Jenna. This is worth 4 points.
Okay.
Okay, 4 possible points. Jenna, what is Zuko's mom's favorite play?
Oh my gosh.
It's a 4 points. It's a deep cut.
Oh no, I know this. Sophia, I think you know this. I should know
Guys, want to
this.
buddy up?
Permission to say, or do you want to think some more?
I can picture Zuko saying this too. Sophia, we can buddy up. Does it have something to do with the dragon?
Yes.
Love
it
amongst
does.
dragons.
Yes. 2 points
Teamwork,
each.
teamwork. Wonderful. Okay, well, you guys, I'm so sorry because this might throw things. That this is Sophia's. And also, Sophia, you have a lead. So I feel like I just want to split this, and you guys can literally say it simultaneously together because we already know you know it. Go.
What is Zuko's mom's name?
Ursa.
Great.
Yeah, I know, we all know that.
Everybody got a point.
What's her last name? What's her last name, though? I don't know.
She might have a last name, but if she does, it's never been said. Mrs. Firelord? I don't know.
Yeah.
What's her surname?
Okay. All right. This is for Jenna. Sophia, thank you for donating that point to Jenna because that was technically your question. But you might buddy up on this. This is another kind of tricky one to me. Jenna, what is the first time, what episode, that Sokka talks about making armor for Appa? Then when do we see the armor being built? And then when do we see it used? Each of these questions is worth 2 points each.
Okay. I believe, so I might jump around here a bit, but I believe he is seen making the armor in Nightmares and Daydreams because Aang messed up his work when he was going crazy. Mm-hmm. And then
ding, 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 ding.
Appa's seen wearing the armor in Day of Black Sun.
Ding,
and
ding,
then
ding, ding, ding.
The other question was, when does he talk about it?
Yeah, when does he first kind of come up with and talk about the idea of making armor for Appa? Bit of a throwaway moment in this episode.
Yeah, I do remember him saying that, and I'm trying to remember like
I mean,
what was happening in the scene.
Obviously, it happens before Nightmares and Daydreams.
I'm thinking I'm in between Sokka's master and the headband.
I'm trying to think.
Do you know, Sophia?
I remember him saying that. I'm just trying to remember that episode. That's a good one. That's a stumper.
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's okay. You have 4 points. 4
That's
points.
That's true.
Is good.
You have 4 points going out of this, no matter what.
4 points going out of this is great.
Or wait, was it the runaway?
6 points.
I think it's the runaway.
That's what it was.
Yes, because of all of the money stuff that was going on. Yes, I remember.
Okay,
it was in there. It was in there somewhere.
All right.
I got there eventually.
Okay, great work. Okay, Sophia, what is the best way to incapacitate Combustion Man, and in what 2 episodes is it used? Each worth a point.
Okay, so the best way is to get him right in his little eye thing.
Yep.
It's kind of like a whole David and Goliath
ding,
thing.
Ding, 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 ding.
And then,
I think it's just using. Oh, maybe it is in 2. You can just name one because the way I wrote this question, you just need one.
Okay. Well, it was.
And what episode? And what episode was it in?
I know. Foreshadow report. One of them was the Western Air Temple.
Oh yeah.
So that works. Yes. That works.
Yes.
Yeah, and then the other one I think was in the beach.
Oh, it's the runaway. So luckily you got the 2 points.
Sorry.
You got the 2 points.
I got those 2 mixed up.
Am I crazy or are they like basically tied?
They're tied. They're tied because Janet came with the 6 point in the last one. So
you guys, it's a tie game.
Just happened to tie.
That's extremely satisfying.
Yeah, I can live with that.
The firebender over there is like, I thought I had won. And the waterbender's like, we did it together, you and me.
Yeah, exactly. Good job, Sophia.
Good job, Jenna. I still would have liked to win, but it's still good.
You were both wonderful.
That was so fun.
That was fun.
Okay, all right. This was amazing. I hope you both feel great. I'm very happy that you tied.
Me too.
So
you guys.
Because this is an episode about friendship and games,
of course,
and I'm so happy that the help each other out got used and you split points. I think that is for me a real takeaway of joy.
Yes.
And Sophia's like,
I love these super fan quiz episodes. Some of my favorites. I mean, it's good to see you guys again, but also it's great to also know I have some of the information of Avatar in my head.
You do?
I know the answers to the questions. I'm there. I mean,
it's
all working.
You got it.
I got it. I know what's going on. I'm
it's a good refresher for
Let's
us. 100%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dear ones, will you please tell everyone again where they can find you? Everyone needs to check out everything you're doing online because it is marvelous and artistic and in celebration of the Avatarverse. So please remind everyone.
So my YouTube channel is Master Fandom. And then you can also find me on Instagram and TikTok at jenna.master.fandom. I'm pretty new to TikTok, so I don't really have a lot going on over there, but I'm very active on Instagram. I mainly post about all of my different cosplays. I have my Zuko one, of course. I'm actually coordinating an Avatar: The Last Airbender meetup for sometime early next year. So by the time this episode drops, I'm sure I'll have posted those pictures. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you.
Love it.
Amazing.
Fun. All right. And you can find me at both TikTok and Instagram at Sophia_Fireheart.
Amazing. Sounds like a firebender to me.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out.
Thanks,
and hope to see you guys again soon at a con.
Absolutely.
For sure. Yeah.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
This literally means the world to me and both of us.
You were both so perfect and wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm so proud.
Awesome.
I loved it.
Thank
loved
you.
it. We did it all. We played games. We also had a bunch of deep talks, and that is my favorite thing about this podcast. So
amazing.
That was fantastic.
Did you know you can hear bonus episodes of our award-winning podcast?
Subscribe to Avatar Braving the Elements Premium on Apple Podcasts for early access, exclusive content, and ad-free listening.
I'm so excited!